Hello and welcome back to another stream. It is the Nets taking on the LA Clippers in game number 74. We are in the twilight of the regular season. It is an exciting time because with every passing game, I am one step closer to being freed of the shackles that is this tanking season. Not that there isn't more to come, but gives us a little breather before we have to do it all again next season. This game right here is going to be another interesting one for a multitude of reasons. The Clippers do have a part to play in that Milwaukee Bucks pick. They are very near them in the league standings, so they are potentially going to make that pick slip down or up for us. In the case that we lose today, they are a game ahead of Milwaukee. So losing today would be detrimental for the tank. And I'm talking about from a Clippers perspective. But of course, we want to keep losing. We want to keep competing. But as I said, we want to keep losing as well. With all that said, we do have now, with the Bucks losing 2 in a row, they are now sitting at at a position which would have us get the 17th pick, which is very good if you want to package that to go up, or you want to just hold position and you think you can get someone with the 17th pick. As it currently stands, that pick right there would be the best pick Brooklyn has ever had in terms of ranking wise. We've never had a pick in the top 20 in 13 years, which is just mental to say. New York plays Milwaukee today. They sit at 26, and the Houston pick sits at 27. Our pick sits equal 5th with Philly, and the Pelicans are 3 games back. If they want to make that up, they're going to have, they've got a lot of work to do, and that'll probably start today with them playing Golden State away from home, or sorry, should I say at home. That'll be an interesting one to monitor. Those who have just joined us, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing very well. Now, I don't mean to rehash some past trauma, but the last time we played LA, we lost by 59 points. I think it is the worst loss in Nets history. I'm going to say like Brooklyn Net history, definitely. In that game, we shot 30% from the floor, 18% from 3, 54% from the line. So there was so much wrong with that game. I actually wasn't streaming it, which was very good for my mental well-being. We had 20 turnovers in that game as well. The 15 offensive rebounds, probably the only statistical advantage we had. We won that category by 9, with Dayron getting 12 points and 14 rebounds. But outside of him and Jalen Wilson, who made 5 field goals each, no one made more than 3 baskets the whole game. If we want to look at a team worst plus minus in that game, Tyrese Martin was 3 of 16 from the field in that game for 8 points, and he had 4 turnovers to counteract his 4 assists. He was a negative 56 in that game. He played 37 minutes and was a negative 56. I don't think you'll see anything much worse than that. We look at it from a Clippers perspective. They had 4 players with a plus 40 in the plus minus, which is just absolutely baffling. Harden had 21, Powell at 18, and Kawhi had 23. They shot 54% from the floor and 37% from 3. They also had 8 extra free throw attempts and made 16 more free throws. So today, I think it's going to require just a little bit more, a little bit better of a performance from us today. Otherwise, I'm going to absolutely lose my mind. But they did have a couple of their rotational players playing in that game that they no longer have. I believe, Kai Jones is one. Terrence Mann's another. Chris Dunn's now in the starting lineup because I think Derek Jones is out, which is pretty good for us in the sense that, he's an absolute pain in the ass to deal with when you're trying to score the ball. But look, if I want to look at it with a glass half full approach, looking at that game, it cannot get much worse than that. if at all. That was like a once in a lifetime sort of game. We had 3 quarters where we scored 16 or less in a quarter. So, I mean, we're probably prone to doing that in 1 quarter maybe today. But hopefully we're able to go toe-to-toe with them for the majority of this match. The last game we played was against Toronto. And that was an important loss as well. I mean, as far as losses go, I don't know why the scoreline has not updated here. I thought I changed it. Obviously didn't go through. We lost by 30 in that game. And that was a little bit of a disgusting match. Looks like I didn't even update the freaking stat line. Whoops. Well, you can just take my word for it. Let me just hope I changed everything else. I'm pretty sure I did. In that game, Clax had 22 and 11. He had 6 offensive rebounds and 5 blocks, but outside of him, there wasn't really anyone that went with him. The scoring dipped after halftime, and we only shot 19.5% from 3. The Raptors weren't all that great themselves, but I mean, when one team's scoring 86 points, it's not too difficult to top. When you also look beyond that and you see the 19 turnovers we had 18 less assists. So a lot of our field goals were not made off an assisted pass. So D'Lo had a tough one. Keon Johnson had a tough one. They combined for 4 of 18 shooting, 1 of 11 from deep. And that really sort of channeled right through the rest of the playing roster in the previous game. We allowed them to have 6 players in double figures and 3 others with 7 or more. So, yeah, they got a very well-rounded contribution last game. They gave a lot of players run. So, not really remotely surprising there. That we lost by as much as we did. But that being said, I did want the game to be a little bit closer. I think the fact we lost by 30 was making it a surety that we lost that game. Because that was a really important one. If we lost that game, or should I say if we won that game, it would have been heavily detrimental to the tank. We would have exceeded Philly, and we also would have gotten within a game of Toronto. Of course, we play them again, so there would have been an opportunity to tie that one up, provided all the results were the same between both sides going into that match in a week or so time. So we're about to get this one underway. Game number 74 of the season. The Nets on 23 wins and 50 losses. The Clippers on 41 wins, 31 losses, and they are the 6th seed in the West. We've got some interesting games ahead of us now. After this one, the Wizards will be first up. That is probably going to be a win, but we have lost to them before this year, so nothing is outside of the realm of possibility with this Nets franchise. We also could win today. Probably the first time that would have happened where we lose by 60 and win against an opponent in the same season. I don't reckon that's happened more than once. The Clippers are pretty undersized in their before their 5 positions. I mean, Kawhi's 6'7", and he's playing the 4. The Nets actually have a fair bit of length about them, so maybe a good matchup actually. And our team is significantly stronger. We have Cam Johnson returning from rest. If you go back to that game, we lost by 59 points against the Clippers in the mid-January fixture. Let me see if I can get back to it, actually. Which won't be too difficult. God, we've gone on such a bad losing streak. Here it is. We've had a couple of really bad losing streaks, and then maybe 2 win streaks have really inflated our win total. We had no Cam Johnson, no D'Lo, and we did not have... Who's the other guy missing? D'Lo, CJ. There's no Clowney, and there's no Martin. Really, I mean, we've got no Day'Ron Sharp as well, who was actually really good for us in that previous fixture, even though the 67 points are very shoddy. And I believe no Noah Clowney available. Cam Thomas, of course, out for the season with that hamstring strain that has been really nipping at the heels for much of the season. We won the jump ball, and there was a foul 3 seconds into the game. So, literally 3 seconds in, Zaire Williams has picked up a personal foul. Looks like Keon Johnson's going to guard James Harden, which means he is giving up 6 fouls in about 15 minutes. Nailed on. Leonard. Drive in. Layup. Off glass. And he is going to absolutely cook today, I reckon. Had some good games against LA over the years. But, I mean, we're probably not great candidates to put up a good performance, though these are the sorts of games we tend to show up in. Keon Johnson had a great month shooting the ball from 3, but the last couple of games he's dropped off, and he kicks off with very similar fate there. Powell takes Johnson off the dribble, off one leg. He airballed it, and Claxton had to save because he nearly made a mess of the rebound. Black's getting forward now. Russell draws a foul on Powell. So, minute into the game, D'Lo will head to the charity stripe to kick us off in this late March matchup. Wow, that wasn't even on the shot. So, it will be Nets ball from the side out. He's going to drive in. He gets stripped of the ball by Dunn. He is going to accelerate to the basket. Had it knocked away by Johnson. The Nets get the steal, and they'll do the same thing the other way. Johnson, extra, Williams, corner pop, 3, splash, and 1. And he is injured. Brilliant. That's gonna be flagrant worthy for sure. If Zaire's hurt his ankle, they're gonna call that a flagrant every day of the week. We saw that with a foul on a Jason Tatum 3 against the Kings the other day. Sabonis was the guilty party. Let's have a look at how reckless this was. Oh, mate. They're going to 100% give that a flagrant for sure. I reckon that's probably, like, not even for the fact that it may have been, like, of a lower extremity when it comes to reckless closeouts. I just think because of the aftermath, the outcome, the fact that Zaire reacted that way with his ankle, I'm pretty sure they're gonna give that a flagrant. Yeah. Was always gonna happen. So we make the 3, there'll be 2 free throws to make 1, and that'll be followed by another Nets possession. So Zubats is going to pick up the flagrant a minute and a half into the game. So Z's okay. Pretty good free throw shooter, so you would back him in to make probably the first free throw he attempts here. And he does so as called by yours truly. And now it will be Nets ball here. So 4-2 start. This could be a 6-point possession or better even. So Z doing a little bit of everything. He's made a 3. Converted that and 1 opportunity. Drawn a flagrant. And also will inbound the basketball for another possession on the same sequence. Here's Johnson. That's Cam Johnson for you. Keon Johnson plants the feet and splashes the 3 in the corner. So the Nets with 7 in a row. And that is a 7 3-point possession in 15 seconds. You won't see that very often. Zubats, numbers collapse, body bump, shoots, and he is going to absolutely feast. Clax has no size in comparison. Definitely in two completely different weight rooms, those two. Claxton, Russell, there's a foul, and it's on Harden out front. The help defenders are gonna need to arrive because, like, I'm looking at Cam Johnson and I'm looking at Zaire Williams. I'm looking at the wings or whoever's guarding Chris Dunn. That needs to be the man that helps out Claxton in those situations. Russell, off one leg, doesn't get it to go. Follows up on his own miss, doesn't get that either. Clippers with the rebound, and it'll be Harden up top, who's gonna hesitate. Stagger step, spin move. Oh my god, he lost the man. Johnson's in no man's land, and the 3 by Leonard. It's a bit of a letdown because that was a disgusting move by Harden. Claxton lost the dribble. Beautiful cut by Williams, who gets up. And that'll be... Well, I thought it was going to be a timeout that was called. Beautiful look by Claxton. The little lever for Williams. And Z has gotten off to a very nice start. Russell pressing Dunn in the backcourt. That's an interesting decision. They're looking for James Harden. Russell with the knockaway. Johnson is able to chase up the steal. He's going to accelerate to the hoop. The lob. And I don't know where the fuck he sent that pass. Claxton wasn't aware. It was a good look, though. Or a good idea. The execution, though, as has been the case in quite a few games with Keon Johnson this season, well off the mark. Johnson forces the knock away, but the Clippers have a bit of security. There's a foul, and it's on the body bump. It'll be Cam Johnson who picks it up. So a couple of stoppages early on in this game. Clippers are going to look to trigger in, and they get it in. Zubats. Harden. As Claxton in a mismatch means Zubac is going to go to work in the paint. There is a foul under the hoop. It's Williams' second. And yeah, Zubats is going to cause he's going to cause a few nightmares. A few sleepless nights would have been had trying to prepare for his presence. I mean, these sort of centers just absolutely kill us. And have been for like 6 or 7 seasons. First one is good there by Zubats. 8:40 to play here in this opening quarter. So 9-6. Nets with possession. Claxton up top. Now Johnson on the wraparound. Harden does well defensively. Little fling out for Russell. In rhythm, he's got it. 12-6. D'Lo on the board. Claxton blitzes. Oh my god. So, the Nets have definitely started the better team out the gate, that's for sure. However, they have picked up 4 team fouls in 4 minutes. So, from here on out, the Clippers in the bonus, which is, I think, something they're going to really enjoy. Powell? Oh my god. How the fuck was that not a goaltend? That was up for God knows how long. Oh my god. I reckon I almost, like, I felt that was a goaltend, but maybe it was just a slow layup. Here's Harden doing the inbounding from the baseline. Oh my God. With 3 on the clock, we just allowed an open look under the basket. Off and inbounds. Like, that is... Man, that is pretty unforgivable. Claxton. Looking for Russell again. Cam Johnson's going to send one from way back. That's off, and Leonard reels in the rebound. Has Claxton out on the perimeter. Zubats is going to score again. Yep. I don't know why Claxton is picking up the man, like, with 20 on the clock from the outside. There's no reason for that. We have the numbers. Williams. Claxton fakes the pass. Goes for a tough layup, and it's not even close. And Harden gets the board, and Chris Dunn will look to attack Keon Johnson. Shoots with the right hand. Doesn't get the bounce. Oh, for fuck's sake, lads. Mate, fighting over your own rebound. There's a 2-on-0, and you fucking can't even collect it. Oh my God. Mate, Clax and Keon have had some shocking moments of miscommunication early on. Giving up that Chris Dunn rebound, or score off the inbounds, and then that bullshit, and we're just allowed another 2 off the inbounds again. It just doesn't really make any form of sense why we're covering him the way we are. Johnson, good bit of hesitation, and he scores with the right from about 7 or 8 feet. Tyrese Martin's in early, and he didn't even play the other day, which was quite surprising. Oh my God, are you fucking serious? Looks like we're going to get a timeout at the 6:27 mark. I'm pretty sure that's the exact moment we had a timeout for the first time. In the previous game, Leonard's just, well, drawn another foul. It's going to be free throws, I do believe. So, yeah. Hold on. Okay. This new guy we signed looks like Joe Harris. Yeah, he does look a bit like... He looks like Joe Harris from Wish. And with, like, he's got more hair, and I think more facial hair as well. And he is, like, fucking 5 inches taller. So, yeah, it's actually a good signing, I reckon. Because he's actually been tearing it up in the G League. I didn't even talk about him. Drew Tim. He is 24. And currently, for Long Island this season, he is averaging 24 points a game. 38.5% on threes. On 3 attempts a game. Free throw percentage at above 70. 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal and a block. That is a very good stat line. Very good stat line. So I do feel as if there may be a little bit of benefit that comes with signing him. He potentially could become a half-decent player for us. I mean, like, these players can be found anywhere. Like, absolute steals. Yeah, they can be found anywhere. But, like, sometimes you really have to look in the, like, scrap heap almost. Yeah. Like, it's... Like, the name that comes to mind, I'm pretty sure he was a draft pick, but Quentin Post, I think he was like a pick in the 50s. And he's now like a proper rotational player for Golden State. You can find these players from anywhere, neglected by a lot of teams, swept under the radar by quite a few. And then that's where the opportunity to capitalize surfaces. So 14-12. 6:30 to play, and it's Kawhi at the free throw line. Wilson's in as well. So Williams and D'Angelo to the bench. Kawhi makes the first one. And the second one is also good. So Clippers in the bonus and will be for the rest of this first quarter. The Nets are playing through Martin as a point guard in this, which is a little bit strange. You've got Watford on the bench. Johnson, good defense by Leonard. Martin, nearly traveled multiple times on that dribble. Oh, what the fuck? That was a very saucy pass by Clax. He's gone behind the back. And that's a little bit bold. It's going to be Nets ball. There was a bit of dispute with regards to who that came off. Nets are going to get a quick trigger three, and Johnson hits out of the inbounds pass. Little side out play. Love to see it. Pretty simple shit. So play resumes. Halfway through this opening quarter, the Nets have led for much of it, actually. Powell, Zubats. Still no changes here for the Clippers this early on. Johnson guarding Harden on an island. Here comes the double. Oh my fucking god. This is exactly what I was saying. Early in the game, I said Keon Johnson will pick up 6 fouls in like 18 minutes with some of the most bullshit fouls I've ever seen in my life. Jordy's going to challenge this because he reckons there's a kick out on that. That's really tough to... That's really tough to predict what this outcome will be from the challenge. Jordy reckons there was a kick out, so that green light special is going to kick off here. Like Johnson was leaning forward into the landing space. That's where he ended up, but Harden's right leg's kicked out. So there's definitely reason to suggest that that could be overturned. I don't think it will be, though. Around the grounds, we have some intriguing matches going on. Wow. I look really choppy in this. Now that, like, I've had to, like, change the exposure on the camera. It's sort of looking like it's at 15 frames and from the 2000s. The Raptors are playing the Hornets today. That is probably a very good game for us, in the sense that Toronto are probably going to run away with a few more wins. And yeah, I think we're resigned to bottom 6. That's for certain. Although it'll be probably 5 or 6. I think I'm favoring 6 more than 5. I don't think we are going to have the capability in us to lose more games than Philly, who are blatantly tanking at this point. And we have the Pelicans game later today. We also have the Knicks Bucks game, which will count because we have both of their picks, or both teams' picks this season. So whoever loses, I mean, it's going to be beneficial to us anyway, but we probably want Milwaukee to lose, and I would say that they are favorites to lose going into that match. If you are enjoying the stream so far, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. We'll be back for Nets versus potentially the Wizards on the weekend. I'm not 100% sure. These days it's a bit of a blurry future Yeah, mate. He's... Oh, my God. That is fucking ridiculous. He's leaned forward into that fucking jump shot. What a joke that is. He fucking initiated the contact all the way through. Like, on the arms, on the legs, he's fucking thrown his arms and legs forward. That is bullshit. So Harden's going to get 3 free throws, as he has done so often in his career. Second one's good. I don't know what the Clippers' rotation is, but the fact that they still haven't made a change is quite baffling to me. So all 3 made there. The game is tied at 17. Claxton up top. Martin setting some off-ball screens to free up Cam Johnson, who kicks out to Keon Johnson. The extra to Martin. It's an open look, and he knocks down the shot. The sniper from the outside hits the 3. Nails the target. The Nets have had 5 3-point makes on 7 tries. They hit 8 threes the whole game the other day on 41 attempts. This has been quite the revelation. Leonard steps back for 2. That one is off. Gang rebounding effort by the Nets. They nearly fumbled it, but they will get the rebound and try to get into this early offense, and Keon Johnson's just thrown it away. The most anticipated pass of all time. I mean, you could see that from kilometers away. Such a stupid pass across court. Hung in the air for way too long. Wilson, kick out to Johnson. Can he redeem himself? Yes, he can! He's happy to give up a 2 because he knows he's going to get that 3 on the other end. Watford and Derek Whitehead getting ready to check in. Oh, Harden going with a through the legs pass. It was intercepted by Keon Johnson. Claxton's going to go at the big man. Shoot off glass and hits. And the lead is 6. Drew Tim is getting ready to check in. The new net. Leonard the drive. Over Wilson, no. Claxton the board. He's going to push the pace. Trailer is Cam Johnson. High screen by Claxton. Lost the ball. And it is going to be Clippers ball. It's Wish Joe Harris. He is back. Joe Harris has made a return. So, God, this is the whitest player we have had since Joe. Like, outside of Joe and this guy, I don't think I've seen anyone whiter. Like, white American. Like, Bogdanovic is, like, well, he's white, but he's, European white. Izu, no look to Dunn under the basket. Watford causes a lockup. Watford reckons he's cool and all because he's fouled on the floor, but we're in the fucking bonus, you idiot. Old mate had no fucking idea what he was doing. So this is going to be a bit of a breath of fresh air because we have a stretch big. When was the last time we had a stretch big? As Chris Dunn hits that free throw, Batum will check in. Derek Jones is available. He's coming off the bench, which is a bit strange. Bogdanovic is also in for the Clippers. So we've got an entire bench unit in. So no Clowney and no Dayron Sharp. So Drew Tim gets a start and will get an opportunity to prove himself here. He's got like no reps under his belt, but we'll see how he goes. Martin's getting guarded by Zubats. Here is Tim. Kicks it out. Wilson open look. Nah, it's off. Very good look, though. And given our 3-point shooting, you'd almost have backed us in to knock that one down. Clippers down by 4. Harden in an ISO. Step back 3 on Martin. That is short. The rebound by Wilson. So he'll take it in. Kick out to Watford. That is an open look, and that's a bad miss. Tim follows up. The kick out. Whitehead on the reload. It rattles out. So the Nets have missed their last few from the outside. To correlate with these bench minutes, Zubats turn around on Whitehead, and he hits. I think he's in double figures already. 14 points in the paint to 4. Jesus Christ. Watford's going to attack Zubats. Wilson over the shoulder to Watford. Thought about the 3. He's going to drive in. And it's so easy to read. The driving kick, man. Harden goes at Tim. Good defense. 5-on-4. Use him. Use him. 3 ball. Oh, God, it's off. Harden has not gotten back on defense, so he was open momentarily. It looks like we're getting a timeout. And is it Timmy or Tim? I don't actually know. But we're inside the final 2 minutes of this opening quarter. And the Nets are up by 2, so put in a good effort thus far. Yeah, Zubats has already clocked double-figure points, which is not remotely surprising for a team that has like no bully ball centers available. Clax has gotten the 2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. I want him to keep having this strong run of games, and he has not had the best of starts, but I guess he is contributing in some way. Every starter's gotten on the board. It's just going to be very interesting to see how this bench fares. Every single bench player for the Nets has attempted a 3 and not hit it. So, that's excluding Tyrese Martin, but we are 6 of 12 from deep. That is without mentioning we made 5 of our first 7. We are shooting the ball pretty well from the floor and 3. Identical, but the turnover count's not helping us a great deal at all. The Clippers are 7 of 15, but they have been to the line for 9 free throw attempts, and that is where they have made things up a little bit. Ben Simmons is in the game. So, oh, goodness me. This is going to bring back some probably not great memories with Ben. He's playing the 5, and Drew Tim is guarding him. That's a good look for Jones in the corner. That 3 is off. Rebound for Watford. And D'Lo is also back in the ball game. So let's see if we get a little pick and pop game going with the point guard. It looks like it's Timmy. That's how you pronounce it. He's just throwing the ball away, though. James Harden will bring it up. So the Nets need to look after the ball. There's been a couple of really egregious passing attempts, which just are not on offer. Harden to the corner for Batum. Pump fake. Back to Harden, who will attack the basket. Wraparound pass. The extra as they feed it around the perimeter. That 3 does not bounce in. Whitehead with the board, assisted by Timmy. And now Whitehead will look for an option. Wilson, as we enter the final minute of this opening quarter. High screen. Russell. Pump fake. Sidestepping 3. High arcing jumper. It's off. Board by Simmons. Diagonal ball for Jones off one leg. That is no good. They put another one up, but it's off. And Timmy with the rebound, and Whitehead will push it up. He's going to go at Ben. And gets the 2 to go. Ben Simmons, who the fuck are you? So we haven't scored many paint points, but with Zubats on the bench, that's where you've got to rectify things and normalize it. Batum's just left open for 3, and that is an absolute sin. I don't know why we are blitzing the man to leave Batum open in the corner. I don't really feel as if that's a percentage play at all. So 27-26. Russell to Watford. 6 to shoot. He's going to attack Jones. That's bold. It's off. 2 seconds. 1 second from half court. The heave. It is well short, and that is quarter time. The Nets led every step of the way, barring maybe the first 30 seconds of this game, where we were down 2-0. We actually lead at quarter time, 27-26 at the first break. We did just have a look at the box score, but we will do yourself a favor and do so again. Look, the 6 threes are a positive start, but we probably need to reduce the turnovers here and start picking up a few more interior buckets, and try draw Zubats out to the perimeter where we can. It's going to be interesting to see how the Clippers go in these minutes with the bench in. I imagine James Harden and Kawhi are going to be staggered. James Harden has not made a field goal yet, which is a great sign. Kawhi has gone 2-4. Zubats is the big one, though. 10 points, 4-4 from the floor. They're not even shooting the ball that greatly, but their free throw number is absolutely killing us. They've got 4 players who have headed to the line already. But Zubats from the floor is the main issue. I think the Nets will be pretty happy with what they've produced so far, but the 3 ball, if that drops away, as it does in many games, we need to find another way to, like, another method of scoring, because I don't think it's going to be all that sustainable to keep jacking up the 3. They are letting us shoot them as well, so they're really just playing the percentages and hoping that we're going to fall back to the mean. Because, we have started the game probably a lot better than I would have expected, at least. We have only made one of our last 6, but we only made 8 threes for the entire game. So to start this one off with 6 made threes, that is a good start. All right. Okay. So it doesn't look like there's any changes to start this second quarter for the Nets. Tim is going to get it down low. And that is frustrating because that was a very skillful make there by Timmy. Yet to score so far. The Clippers have Simmons, Batum, Bogdanovic, Leonard, and Jones. It's a very lengthy lineup. Tim under the basket. Gets on the board. Wow, he hasn't even scored before. And even though he's had a couple stints at other teams, he gets his first bucket in the NBA. Simmons, I mean, honestly, don't even guard him. He's not going to fucking shoot the ball. 3 by Bogdanovic. That one in and out. Watford the rebound. Cross court to Russell. Extra to Whitehead. Quick trigger 3. Nope. Long rebound there by Jones Jr. Nets are going to need to get back. Simmons will back down Watford. Drive in. Shoots with the right. And that is a bad, bad miss. Timmy with the rebound. He's racking up a few rebounds here. Could have an impressive stat line by the end of it all. He wants it down low as well. He's got the mismatch on him. He lost the ball, though. Knocked away by Bogdanovic. He's going to need to get back. Oh, wow. What? What? Where the fuck is the foul there? Oh my God. They are calling some of the softest bullshit in this game I've ever seen, man. Oh, for fuck's sake, mate. How are you calling a foul for that? Looks like we're trying to get some post points here for Timmy. I like that. It's a different method of scoring, which we don't usually see. We only see bits and pieces with Watford in the post. So this is impressive or refreshing to see. Russell attacks Batum. I lost my voice again. And the Nets are back in front. Bogdanovic does not opt for the three in favor of a better look. And it's Batum who snipes it from the outside. And the Nets trail by one for the first time since the very beginning. Russell to Timmy. Watford. Russell from the elbow. Not a good shot. Rebound Clippers. Simmons, Batum, bounces it into Leonard. He's got Whitehead, the much more youthful man, on him. Jones goes down middle, shoots off glass, and hits. So 34-31 now. Clippers have not led by more than this. Quite crazy to think. Wilson goes for the body bump. There's a blocking foul. That was pretty soft, and Derek Jones is going to pick it up. I think that's his second personal of the game. All right. So Nets ball here. Russell will get it in. Across to Timmy. Wilson, 4 to shoot. Has to attack Leonard. Moves to the rim, and that's great defense by Kawhi. It was a brick wall. Batum to the corner. Whitehead, good defense. Bogdanovic is going to attack the baseline. The kick out, it was partially knocked away. Jones lost his footing on the Euro step, and the Nets will strip the ball. They have a 3-on-2 break. Whitehead, catch and shoot 3. Splash! You love to see that. Capitalizing on the open man. Got to be good enough to hit your shots. And on that occasion, Derek knocks down his first 3 of the game. And it looks like we're going to get a 3-second call on Timmy. And that is fairly frustrating. That is a free point. So it will be a free throw for LA. I'm really impressed with the way this Nets team have applied themselves so far in the game. Sometimes it doesn't really deliver on the outputs box score wise, but I'm pretty happy with the fact that we're getting a little bit of bang for our buck. Little bit of reward for the effort here. Leonard, pull up midi, splash. And that is one of those type of shots which is just stuck on automatic. Here's Timmy. The pass to Watford. He has a little bit of room. Does not shoot the 3, though. Johnson has less room and hits the... Oh, my God. The 3-point bomb. This is ridiculous. Keon Johnson, the most bipolar NBA player. Nets have hit 8 threes in the game. The same amount they hit the other day on 25 less attempts. Although, unfortunately for us, Nick Batum is having a great game, and he is responsible for, I think, every single 3 they've made. Timmy, good take. It was knocked away by Leonard, who doubles nicely as we're trying to sort of play through the big man a little bit. Leonard's given a lot of room. Shoots over Johnson, the smaller defender, and Kawhi is on. Feel like there's been a few games where he's played fairly passive against us, but today that is not one of those situations. The lead is 6. The Clippers are finding their success from the 3 ball in this quarter. Timmy is open, and he's going to pull the trigger and badly be off, and that's gone off the Clippers, and it will be another opportunity here for the Nets to trim this deficit down, but it looks like we're getting a timeout beforehand. The 6:59 mark of this second quarter, 43-37 the score. The Clippers already 17 points in 5 minutes, and it has come off the back of these 3-pointers that are coming in abundance. Kawhi has hit a 3. Batum is perfect. Outside of those two, you have the Clippers going 0 of 6. But they've slowly been able to even things out in the 3 ball, and that was the only category really where they've found themselves falling behind a little bit. The Nets free throw number, though, needs to lift. It is 11-1. And the Clippers are making the most of this advantage they have because they have not missed. The Nets are turning the ball over too, so probably giving themselves, or should I say, placing themselves in a spot of bother when it comes to that. Keon Johnson has the 9 points on 3 of 4 shooting, which you love. Even though the 2 turnovers have been highly detrimental to the team. I mean, if we're not scoring, we're getting assists out of our players. Wilson with 2, Watford with 3, and Drew Tim has got his first NBA basket. 2 points and 3 rebounds for him, even though he's had the 3 turnovers, which he probably needs to clean up. He looks very you can tell he's finding his feet in the NBA because he has got, it feels like he's very unaware of the kind of ball pressure that NBA defenses apply. It's just different gravy in the NBA, ultimately. Around the grounds, the Pelicans up on the Warriors. That is a good sign. The Clippers up by 6, of course, here. The Raptors only up by 4 on Charlotte. It is 40-36 in that game with 4 minutes left in the second quarter. So, very much a low-scoring match there. And the Knicks are up by 7 on Milwaukee. So, yeah, there's a lot of games that concern us today, which is good because I want to remain engaged beyond this game itself. So, yeah. Okay. Alrighty. So, Nets have probably got to pay a little bit more respect to the perimeter shooter here because, there's only 2 of them that have been threatening in Batum and Harden, but I think we've got to stop playing off Batum. Martin's just hit another 3 ball. That's number 9, so as long as we keep making 3s, I think we'll be in touch, but we can't stop bringing, the extra man off Batum. That assignment needs to be respected a little bit more. Kawhi is going to get doubled by Batum's man, but we roll over. Oh, no. Get fucked. Get absolutely fucked. What a bailout that is. He's just fucking fallen over and gotten the benefit of the whistle there, as has been the case for much of the game here. Harden's going to check back into the contest with Norman Powell, who admittedly I've actually forgot existed. Zaya Williams, who also has been out for a very long time in this fixture, returns with the 6 points. Cam Johnson also back in. Claxton returned a couple moments ago. He's guarding Simmons, who is also returning. Powell in the corner. 1-on-1 with Williams. Attacks. Claxton, the denial, the second time today. on Norman Powell. We go down the middle. Johnson hangs and gets the 2 off glass. And the Nets bring that deficit back down to 1. It was as high as 6. They've scored the last 5 of the game. Leonard bounce to Harden. Corner. Batum doesn't have room, so he's got to go back to Harden, and he will attack. Takes an extra step, and that is the step that mattered. Found an opening, and the Nets trail by 3, but Johnson will look to tie this one up, and he does not convert truly from the outside. Leonard, one-on-one with Martin. Help may need to arrive, and there is another foul. These net defenders have got to, adjust on the fly, man, because it's just... the amount of fouling we're doing is intolerable. So, 45-42. Looks like there is a bleed somewhere because there's a bit of patchwork being done on the sideline. Alrighty. So Kawhi at the free throw line to shoot 2. Oh my God, Kawhi's at 16.5. He has not done that all season. And I find that very hard to believe for a player of his caliber, but I guess he's hitting his straps at the right time. 47-42. We've just had a stoppage immediately. Why the fuck do we have to stop the game again because he's bleeding again? Fucking sub him out. Oh my God. Lads, just fucking put something on it, mate. God's sake. Kawhi's going to sit down on the bench, so... 47-42. Keon Johnson's going to get the ball from the inbounds. Martin, Williams, Claxton, Cam Johnson, the 5, out on the floor right now. Cam Johnson. That was probably a carry. Johnson is fouled heading upward, and it was Zubats who enforced the hard foul. And it will be 2 free throws for CJ. This will be the first proper trip to the free throw line. Zubats has been responsible for both fouls that have sent us to the charity stripe. Ouch. That was almost a tailbone landing right there. I mean, it was. I don't know why I'm sugarcoating it. And talking it down a little bit. So 5:15 left here in this second quarter. And we now have janitor work done on court. I mean, this is just actually incredible. We've had so many stoppages in play. It is quite unbelievable. So Cam Johnson at the free throw line hits truly on the first. And the second one is also good. 47-44. 5:15 to play. Cam Johnson with the 7 points, the 4 assists. So getting involved in both ways. Powell. Drive. Zubats down the middle. Layup. Oh my God, that is fucking ridiculous. Oh my God, he must have put a bit of spin on that because far out. That spun the perfect way for him. Just the right amount of English on it. It's a 5-point game. Here's Harden on the drive. The attack to the rim is repelled. Powell will get it on the outside. 7 to shoot. He's guarded by Williams. He attacks. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Williams is going to shoot 2 at the line. Williams hit with his third. Man, they have absolutely feasted today. Oh my God, are we still fucking cleaning the floor? Jesus Christ, man. Oh my God. This is actually ridiculous. Mate, I've never seen this much towel cleaning in a game of NBA basketball. This is fucking ridiculous. So Norman Powell potentially could have been iced by the towel cleaners because we've had to wait that long for him to take his first free throw since he was fouled. So 49-44 the scoreline. Powell at the free throw line. And he is not deterred. Williams is going to remain in the game on 3 personals. Interesting call. Powell. Second one goes in. Lead is 7. D'Lo's going to head to the scorer's table, ready to check in. Claxton. Bit of contact off the ball there. Johnson bounce pass to Claxton. Numbers collapse. Open 3 Williams. Way too long. Rebound by Batum. Shields the landing zone well. Batum's going to get into it relatively early. Powell. Hops into a 3. Oh my goodness. It's up to a 10-point game. 7-0 run in the last minute. So Nets need a score here just to stabilize a little bit. Williams. Skip pass. Johnson. Drive. Uh-oh. Double. And he does well. Remained composed, but a lot of seconds have come off the clock. 3 to shoot. D'Lo's back in. The Keon Johnson had to, falling out of bounds, knock it off Zubats and Harden. One or the other. Take your pick. Heads up play. Does give a few seconds for the Nets to work with. Johnson's going to get it off the inbounds. It's an open 3. Ah. That was a good look. Harden. Oh, the beautiful dime by James Harden. Had so many assists in such a short time period for Brooklyn, but now he's punishing. I mean, out of the corner of his eye, was able to find the roller there. Claxton was in no man's land, and it is out to a lead of 12 in the blink of an eye. Now, if we look around the grounds, the Knicks up on Milwaukee, the Pelicans up on Golden State, the Raptors up on the Hornets. 3 very favorable results to go with us losing right now. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. We'll be back for Nets versus the well, maybe the Wizards game, but I can definitively say I will be covering probably the game after that, which will be Nets versus the Mavericks. Yeah. So I'll be covering that game. I will be missing the Minnesota game next week. Wow, I'm probably not going to be able to do games for like a week. Because there's a game at 5:30, which I can tell you right now I'm definitely not doing. That's a long hiatus. 8 days or something like that, actually. So maybe I do have to do the Washington game. I'm not 100% sure. Because, yeah, there's not too many games left in the regular season. I'm losing my voice again. Like, I always, lose my breath. I don't know why. So, my voice is a little bit scratchy. That's what happens when you go watch your sports team in person and a few of the umpiring decisions or the outcome of the game doesn't go your way. Alrighty. So, the Clippers have piled it on. The Nets outscored by 13 in the period. They did so well and they've conceded, I think, like 12 in a row, 11 points in a row. Something like that. And it's not like we haven't had the open looks. Because we have. We just haven't been good enough to knock them down. And unsurprisingly, as I said earlier in the game, when that happens, we will be in a little bit of trouble. Johnson's pull-up too is nice. Maybe we need a little bit more diversity in the shots we're attempting. That could be something that we like. That could have easily been an offensive foul there on Harden, who just pushed off with the off arm. They're going to lob it into Zubats, but Keon Johnson has springs and he made the pass go too high. Johnson, the crossover, goes up and there was no foul. It was a knockaway by Kawhi Leonard. So, ball triggered in. Claxton goes at Zubats, and that is a shocking layup attempt. Good defense by Zoo. Open man on the open side is Norman Powell. Takes it in, goes at Claxton, scores over those outstretched arms, and gets it back up to a lead of a dozen. 11-2 run here for the Clippers. Oh my god, man. Are we fucking half asleep or something? Kawhi's just gone out in transition, knocked it away, and gotten the bucket. I reckon he's got like 4 steals or 5 steals in this first half. We have not paid him any respect. Him and Zubats have combined for 33 of their 60. Johnson's step back 2-pointer doesn't get that bounce either. So they are ending this half on a high. It is not worthy of being a, well, now 16-point lead as Harden hits the runner. My God. They're 81% from the field in the quarter. Kawhi nearly just got another steal. Zaire did not get fouled on the 3. It's gone off hands on that rebound. The Clippers are 81% in the quarter from the floor. There's the trap. Leonard's open for 3. He's going to hit it. Oh, he's feeling it, so I'm surprised that didn't go in. Got a lot of energy about him today. Russell. attacks. No look. Johnson fires away. That one is offline. Little over a minute left in this first half. Leonard going to go one-on-one. Double. Numbers collapse again. Backdoor cut by Dunn. No foul. Nets will get the opportunity here to capitalize on an out number. Johnson. Claxton moves through. And a little one-handed flush. So, 14-point game. Good fast break score there by the Nets. Will want to probably score a bucket or two late without answer by the Clippers. Harden guarded by Russell. Johnson comes over to help. Zubats in the middle will attack and kick it out to Leonard, who lets it fly. Splash. And Kawhi is just on one today, man. I don't think I've seen Kawhi play this good in years. Johnson, the long ball. That's just not going to work. Who do you think you are? So, amazingly enough, for the fact that we were only down by like 5, maybe 5 minutes ago, we could trail by 20 at halftime. Staggering news. They have already scored 39 in the quarter. They can go above 40 with a deep heave by Kawhi. He's got it again. We're going to heave one up from half court. Johnson's three is no good. And in the blink of an eye, it is a 20-point lead. And Kawhi Leonard has probably played the most impressive half I've seen from him in a very long time. They scored 42 damn points in that quarter. And the three-pointers were significantly out of hand. I mean, let's have a look at the box score. And this will tell you a very, very sorry story out of that second quarter. The Clippers are 7 of 14 from 3. They were like 1 of 6 at halftime. Or sorry, quarter time. They went 81% from the field in the quarter. They have not missed a free throw. And Kawhi Leonard is 3 of 4. He is 25 points in a half. I mean, that is like on top of the 25, he has gotten... Well, he's scored those 25 from just about everywhere. Mid-ranges, free throws, three-pointers, all going at 8 of 11 shooting. Haven't even mentioned the percentage and efficiency he's gone at. 3 steals and 2 blocks on top. I mean, I don't need to say anything more. Zubats has been a great supporting cast. He has not missed. He's got the 14, and Harden has been taking the back seat in this one amongst a number of other players. Batum really kickstarted it for them. He has not missed from 3 either. He's got the 9 points, and him and Kawhi account for nearly all of their 3-point makes. But, yeah, they have just been superb. And the 3-point shooting was the one point of difference we had over them in the first quarter, compensating for the lack of free throws we had. But in the second quarter, we fell off. We had the same amount of attempts, but now that 3-point percentage is not looking as impressive as it was at quarter time. We're 9 of 26, and you know what that means. That's a make every 3, and that is below average. So on top, 12 less free throws. That alone is a massive difference maker, should I say. And the turnover count is not helping our cause either. We've gotten 13 out of Keon Johnson, which is just sort of crazy to think. But we really haven't gotten much from anyone else. And it's sort of, look, we don't have anyone that can score 25, but we probably needed a little bit more, or we need a bit more 3-point shooting. And Cam Johnson's been given 5 really good looks and has not been as automatic as he probably has been in a lot of games this season. So, I mean, you look at the output, and it's just, you look at theirs and you look at ours, and you can just tell the ceiling for us is significantly lower than what they'll be able to achieve. Around the grounds, I think that'll be an important watch. The Hornets down on the Raptors. Miles Bridges has not scored a point, which I find fucking funny. Or he hasn't made a field goal, which is sort of crazy to think. The Raptors, I mean, they haven't really gotten much out of their their team either. They have no RJ Barrett. So I'm looking at who they're playing that they didn't play the other day. It looks like Pirtle and Quickly are available, but RJ Barrett is not. And Agbaji is not available either. For the Pelicans Warriors game, that is going to be an interesting watch. They win and we lose. And we will be now only 2 games away from getting the 4 spot, which they definitely can make up the ground for in the final 8 games. It's just going to take us losing almost every game from here on out and hoping the Pelicans go at about 500. The Warriors have everyone available. They just haven't shot the ball well. They've shot 23s in 16 minutes. 23s and have made 3 of them. That is fucked. The Pels aren't going great either. They are missing a lot of players. They're missing Zion. Their starting lineup looks garbage, and yet they lead off the back of 10 Bruce Brown points in 9 minutes. The other game that we need to pay attention towards, the Knicks-Bucks game. The Knicks are up by 13 away from home. Giannis is available, but they're playing Ryan Rollins because they don't have Damian Lillard. So that is a significantly weaker Bucks team just without the weapon of Damian Lillard available to them. They're shooting the ball well, but they've turned it over a ton. And the Knicks are having an unworldly start to the game. DeLon Writer's 10. Starting, I swear to God, that guy barely starts. And Mikal Bridge is already the 13 in the game. So these results are in our favor. But, I mean, as much as I would have liked the Nets to actually compete, they have, but they've just been significantly undone. And this is exactly what happened in the first game against the Clippers. We actually were tied with them at quarter time. And then they outscored us by 23 in the second quarter. The correlation is very, very scary. We gave away, we scored 21 today in the second, gave up 42. In that game, we gave up 37 and scored 14. So we got absolutely annihilated and then got outscored by 28 in the third quarter. And that was the proper final nail in the coffin. But today, I'll look at the team stats. Let's have a quick look. So yeah, they've been fucking unreal from the floor. Rebounding, they've got the advantage, unsurprisingly. The assist number's pretty good for us. We've assisted on 15 of our 18 made field goals. The turnover count, I mean, that's not helping us out at all. We're actually getting quite a few points off their turnovers, but not committing nearly enough to reap the full effect. And we're actually winning the fast break point category. Points in the paint, we're getting killed. And we will lose the game by a significant amount if that continues into the second half. 14 paint points in a half is not going to do it for you. Especially when you are so dependent on the three. I mean, we had 13 threes in the second quarter, hit 3 of them. And that was such a big part of our scoring profile in the opening quarter. So the minute that drops away, of course, you're going to fall away as a team. Turnovers, yeah. It's just, I mean, every single player for the Clippers is in the plus minus. So there hasn't really been an empty minute. Bogdanovic has 6 assists. That's really swept under the rug. He's only played 11 minutes and has not made a shot, but 6 times. So he's usually that little connector. Whenever they drive and kick it out, it goes to him. Our numbers collapse to the corner. And then you've got that open shooter on the wing. So he's been pretty key in keeping that offense nice and fluent. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. We'll be back for Nets versus Dallas or the Wizards. The next game is the Wizards, but I don't know if we'll be doing that game. depending on other things. Yeah. Let me do a sim lottery with Tankathon. Let's have a look. The Nets hold at 6. Okay. Shit. So we didn't quite get a crazy good pick. I want to see who the mock draft is telling us we would get. Malawak, the center from Duke. Asengwe. Alex Condon. I'm pretty sure he's Australian. Sergio Delaria and Tiero. I don't think there's no way we pick up 5 players in the draft. I just don't see it. Okay. Alrighty. How crazy was the Chicago LA game yesterday? That was fucking ridiculous. I don't think I've seen a game ending that's been so crazy in a very long time. Down 5 with 9 seconds left. You hit a 3, then you get the steal and hit another 3, then the opposition hits a 2, and then just to like kill your hearts again, you hit a half-court game winner heave. Josh Giddey, I mean, Giddey has been on one. Unbelievable. And Kobe White was the player of the week. Wow. 30 points, 4 dimes, 56%. The Bulls are playing some really good basketball recently. Kobe White's been a staple of what they've done. And they're 33 and 40. They are very close to hosting a home or getting home court advantage in this getting the double chance in the play-in. They're 8 winners of 8 of the last 10. And there was discussions when we played them maybe a month ago that we could overtake them. But now they're 10 games stronger than us. What I also find very strange is why the hell are Philadelphia not eliminated? Why are they not eliminated from the playoffs, but we are? We're on the same record. That's a bit strange to me. Alrighty. So, gee, there's a lot of cool games going on. A lot of cool games. I mean, as I said, we're down 20, but I can remain invested because there's a lot of other games to keep watch of around the league. Okay. So, what do I expect from this second half? Well, I want more balance in the way we score, and I want a bit more respect. I want us to show a bit more respect to the opposition because I think these are some really good players in Kawhi and James Harden, and Zubats has taken a leap, but we've really got to just pay him a little bit more respect and apply ourselves defensively. I think we did that well in the first quarter. Yes, we gave him a few more free throws at the line, but I feel like the floodgates really opened once that physical element, which probably was responsible for those fouls that they racked up in the first quarter. The minute we remove that physicality from our game, that's where these points have just appeared out of nowhere. Kawhi had a pretty slow start to the game too. And so for him to have 25 points at halftime It's an absolute travesty. So we've got another half ahead of us, and it is going to be interesting to see whether or not the Nets have a little response in them, or they literally do the exact same thing they did when they lost by 60. Because that was a lethal run they went on in that fixture as well. So I think it was like a 32-3 run or some shit, which is absolutely fucked, by the way. So alrighty. So let's see if the Nets have a little bit of fight in them. Got the players to do it. Probably just haven't seen the outputs from them so far. 3-ball definitely is going to need to lift in this third quarter. But I want to see us scoring a few more buckets at the rim. The predicament is that Leonard has been an absolute pest defensively. And we've also been kept out of the interior. Zubats is an imposing presence. So, lead is 20. And immediately, Kawhi Leonard has gotten a steal. And that is just... that sums it up, really. It's taken all 20 seconds for us to not learn. Good feed by Harden. Zubats. Bounce pass out to Dunn. Navigates to the middle. Harden the jab step. The drive in on the left side. Moves into a step back. And hits the 2 in the mid-range. Man, this is like a stat padding game here. Yeah, it feels like ages since we've scored. We've turned the ball over again, lads. Leonard's going to step back again and hit another 3. Oh my God. Mate. I don't know what this run was, but it's actually fucked. Let's have a look. How close was it? It was 43-42. And they've gone on a 30-6 run. Heck, it was 47-44. So it's a 26-4 run. From the 5-minute mark, basically, of the second quarter. So in 6 minutes, they've gone and scored 26 points to 4. Unreal shit. So alrighty. Well, all I have to say is these fucking turnovers are pissing me off. It's just on simple passes on the outside. Like, we've had 11 turnovers now, but I feel like they've been so incredibly damaging. Kawhi is, like, this is almost the best individual performance I've seen. And it hasn't even been a full game yet. Like, for impact, it feels like this has been the most damaging of the lot. So, man, I've sat through some tough games, but this has the potential to be bad. Really bad. Like, the fact that we were down by 1 at quarter time just makes it all the more fucking annoying. All right, lads. What have you learnt? It's times like these where I really question what I'm doing. Alrighty. 23 minutes of this. Got to keep the heads up. Johnson. Claxton in the middle. Put up a few threes, Clax, honestly. Williams is going to light it up from 3 or not. He's actually going to dim the lights and miss. Leonard out to Harden. We feed Zubats, and we just are not learning at all. Like, lads, why the fuck are you switching? So 73 to 48. Harden. Now Powell on the perimeter. Will drive in. And there is another foul. I swear to God, if we're just going to be in a foul game for the rest of the fucking game, this is going to... I almost may have to, like, end it early. Because I don't think I can do this shit for an hour. We're down by 25, bros. We're down by 6 in-game minutes ago. Holy shit. So Powell makes the first one. One more to come, and I've just dropped my phone, and they have finally missed a free throw. Finally, they show a form of weakness. So the Nets down 26 points. Johnson, the drive. Have we scored a field goal in how long? Chris Dunn will pick up the personal, and we have more goddamn free throws. So 74 to 48. CJ at the line now. Shooting a pair. He's got the first one. And the second rattles home. So the Nets finally crack 50 points. Man, they have been stuck in the 40s for a long time. Down 24 points. They need to get just a boatload of stops. Don't really have much faith in them right now. Given the avalanche that we've experienced. Leonard blocked by Zaire. The Nets get it ahead. It's Johnson. Layup. Got it. Excuse me. It's going to take a lot of that. Quick possessions on the back of turnovers. The Nets will trim the deficit very quickly if they can effectively apply themselves on the defensive side of the ball. Powell into Harden. Powell attacks the basket. The kick out to Dunn, who will let it fly for 3. He can't miss. I don't know how well he shoots the ball from 3 these days, but... Oh, wow. Clax is putting one up. And I don't actually mind that. Just fucking throw him up. You're down 25. You got nothing to lose. If you're going to be left alone, just put a few up. 3 by Powell. Oh, my God. This is actually fucked. They have not missed in what feels like... Oh, my God, man. Williams has so much room on the three and instead just throws it away. Like, lads. Oh, for fuck's sake. Mate, this is actually fucked. Has Johnson gotten to that goaltend? No, he is not. Very much late to it. We go for a lob. That was just not there. I mean, the turnovers are killing us, man. Harden picks up his dribble. There's an open shoot across court. Powell gets by the closeout. The extra to done. One more to Harden. And that three is off. Russell. Bounce pass. Williams to the corner for Cam Johnson. The extra. Russell three ball. Nope. God, I just beg there's not enough fouls. Or not many fouls here in the second half. Leonard. Attacks. Kick out to Dunn. Touch pass to Powell. And he is going to miss. Shooting the ball very well from three this year. Johnson. Attacks Zubats. Steps back for two. Hits it. But there is a foul. And it's Zubats who picks up the block. We were down by 5 not even a quarter ago. It's now a 30-point game. Miraculous. Clax, bounce pass. Johnson, shovel. Clax, the push shot. Good. 28-point game now. Tyrese Martin getting ready to come into the ball game. Powell will attack. Shovel and an easy dribble and an easy slam there for the Clippers big. Timmy is getting ready to come in as well. Claxton out to Russell. There's another foul, and that will prompt almost wholesale changes. Watford into the ball game as well. So 7:15 to play in the third. Martin will inbound on the sideline. We are able to make those subs. Johnson. Over the shoulder. One more. Martin is not shy. That one's off. Rebound by the Clippers. Easy feed to Leonard down low. He's doubled. It's knocked away. And Johnson does well. And makes something out of absolutely nothing. Second time in this game falling out of bounds. He saved it. It's a little bit messy, but did very, very well there. So 6:51 to play in this third quarter. Wilson's getting ready to head into the ball game. Watford. Out to Keon Johnson. 6 to shoot. High screen. Drive. Hangs off one leg. That doesn't get the roll either. The Clippers will accelerate again. Harden will pull up for the tray. And he's hit that one as well. I mean, this is just fucked. How long have we been stuck on, like... How have we fallen off like this for the second time against the Clippers? I mean, this is bad. Williams a 3. Oh my God. I almost may just have to end this stream after 3 quarters. I've never done such a thing in my life, but mate, what even is the point? They just keep on scoring, bro. I've sat through a 50-point loss, but the lads aren't even on 60 fucking points yet. Mate, it's just because it's happened all so quickly and there's still so much game to play. Oh. Fucking stink. Hey, pro tankers, I hope this is what you wanted. I don't care if we lose, but mate, losing like this, nah. That shit is not for me. Wait. Wait. Wait, what? Hey. I didn't even know this happened. The Grizzlies parted with Taylor Jenkins. That is fucking miraculous. Why did they sack him? I don't think the Memphis Grizzlies were that bad. They were the 5 seed. They'd won 44 games this season. Were 3.5 games off the 2 spot, and he's been sacked. That may be one of the stupidest moves I've seen in quite some time. That really doesn't make sense. I mean, they could get something massive out of this assistant coach because apparently he's very highly touted, but mate, what the hell? That's shocking timing as well. 70 games into the season and you've sacked your coach. What? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Alrighty. So, Nets are just running a full bench lineup at this point, and they've finally scored a layup. Thank God for that. But Jesus Christ, if we lose this game by 40 plus, it just can't be fucked. I can't do this more than 2 games in a row. We play the Wizards next at least. There's another foul. Fucking end my suffering, bro. Oh my God. Can we just forfeit the game now, please? Zubats makes the first one. And the second one is off. So 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. There is just a random foul off the ball. I think it's a 3-second call. Wilson makes that first free throw. So we get that free throw. Wilson deep 3. Nope. Lob. Harden. Another finger roll. Feels like I'm just fucking watching the same shit. I'm amazed they are not bringing their bench in. They still have their fucking starters out there. It's an act of terrorism if one of them gets injured. Whitehead misses a 3. The offensive board by Timmy. Watford's going to shoot a deep tray, and we've missed again. Oh my God. It's just like not one person has scored a three ball. We hit like, five of our first seven. Leonard's hit another three. Mate, I'm going to just fucking end this at this point. Not that anyone will care anyway. Because it's just like, who will care? Oh my God. Lads. You guys are going out sad. It's probably just as sad they're running their starters still, up 38 in the third quarter, but it's just like grown men against little boys. There is legitimately, oh my God, 4 for 26. Fuck, this is embarrassing. Tosin is in for the first time in about 2 months. I honestly think I'm just going to end this at 3/4 time, to be completely honest. I mean, we're down 40. And I do have shit to do. So, I mean, there's not really much to extract. Don't really know what to say. I mean, it's probably just another half hour, so probably can just sit, like, watch it. But, mate, they're just not missing. It's a 41 point fucking game right now. Their last two quarters have been absolutely ridiculous from the field, man. They were like 8 of 20 at quarter time, and since that point, I reckon they're shooting above 70%. It's quite miraculous. Ben Simmons is in. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't bring him in so early. 3 minutes to play in this third quarter. The Nets are actually in the bonus, funnily enough. Free throw for Timmy. He just got a 2. And one opportunity follows. And he misses. Lovely. So, 3 minutes to play. Harden's going to shoot another 3. That one's off. Board by Timmy. Watford goes down the middle. And that is a defensive breakdown if I've ever seen one. So 2:30 to play here in this third quarter. Harden across to Powell. Shoots over Tosin. Misses. Rebound Watford. Now Martin. Guarded by Batum. Watford on the wing. To Timmy. Now Martin will take a dribble. Fire away. Miss the 3. Board by Powell. So inside the final 2 minutes. Simmons bullet feed. Drive in. Kick out. Simmons picks up his dribble. Pocket pass. Good find. So 2 or so minutes to play. Watford. Across to Wilson. Takes it inside and doesn't get the banker to go, but will get 2 free throws here at the line. So Wilson hits that one. Oh, why can't this happen like with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter? So 38 point goddamn deficit right now. I don't really know how to keep the optimism because there really isn't any reason for it. But I guess, well, we're losing, so that helps in the context of draft capital. But really putting me through a 40-point smashing, don't really think I'm a fan for that. Simmons shoots with the right, puts way too much on it. Watford's going to go at Simmons, and he blows the layup badly. Wilson follows up nicely. Good hustle. He blew the layup again. Tosin gets it blocked. Only a tanking side cannot score from that, and then they will pull the three and hit another one. We can't score putback layups uncontested. Wilson puts the head down, and there's a knockaway that's called a foul. Every 3-point make is like I'm being wounded with every shot. We've got more free throws here. It's Jalen Wilson who will take them. So 105 to 65. And that one's good as well. So Wilson makes a pair. The Clippers up by 39 points. Unbelievably. We're inside the final minute here of this third quarter. Bogdanovic. Bounce pass to Simmons. Back to Bogdanovic, guarded by Timmy. Step back three over the top. That one is short. Put back two off. And it goes off hands, but the Nets get the board. They also have the numbers. It's a bullet feed to the corner for Timmy. Splash. So he's going to get a crack here. He's got the 9 points, so well done for him. 1 second difference between shot and game. Bogdanovic will attack. Lobs it up to Simmons. Blew the layup. 2 to shoot. 1 to shoot. Put one up, son. And he got blocked. So we're down by 36 at three-quarter time. At least Ben Simmons missed the layup, which, I mean, I've said multiple times over the course of doing these, but we gave up another 37 goddamn points in that quarter. I mean, it's, as I said, stab wound after stab wound. And look, the Nets really haven't had much to praise in this game. The Clippers, on the other hand, 20 and 10 for Zubats. He did not miss. Kawhi's got 31 in 26 minutes, 4 steals, 2 blocks. And the starters have comprehensively destroyed our starters. Powell with the 11, Harden with the 17. Batum yet to miss from 3. And overall as a team, they are shooting it superior, far superior. We've had the 6 extra attempts, but doing far worse. And the 3 ball, they're shooting above 50% from 3. We've had 37 attempts. In that quarter, went 1 of 11. That really tells you all you need to know, man. We were 5 of 7. We have, in order to get the next 5, have had to take 30 more attempts. I mean, like, bad shooting's bad basketball, and that is the situation we, unfortunately, find ourselves in. We scored 23 in the quarter. Should I say 21 in the quarter? Replicating what we did in the second quarter, the Clippers, 37 goddamn points. They've scored 79 in the middle 2 quarters and outscored us by 37. We led at quarter time. We also only trailed by 1 halfway through the second. How quickly things can change in the modern NBA. So, all right. All right, 1 quarter to play. We are I'm gonna do what a bigger man would do and put myself through the ringer and watch this ridiculous this ridiculous current outcome. That's definitely a foul. They were looking for the Derek Jones lob, which I think under any circumstance would place you in a spot of bother, but Watford had to call the foul going up, or as he went up. Free throws here for Derek Jones. Oh, it was a foul on the side. That's quite crazy. Amir Coffey is in for the first time. He's not actually a bad basketball player either. So the nets of Timmy, Tosin, Watford, Wilson, and Martin on the floor. Batum. Out to Coffey. Step back 3. And he can't hit that one. So early stages of the fourth quarter. Here is Martin. High screen. Timmy will attack. Back down Coffey. Spin move. Oh, that was a cool move. So Timmy will go to the free throw line for a couple attempts here. He can actually be the third net to enter double figures, which is quite crazy when you think about it. But boy, oh boy, we have been severely outclassed today. Don't think that's remotely surprising, but there he is in double figures now. 10 points, 4 of 6 shooting, 6 rebounds. He could have a double-double, actually, depending on how much the Clippers miss in this fourth quarter. Timmy makes both. 34-point game. Bogdanovic. Bounce pass to Simmons. Oh, another good backdoor cut, and Watford lost him. And I tell you what, Watford has a reputation for losing players on the off-ball movement. And now he's just thrown the ball out of bounds. For fuck's sake, mate. That is a shocking pass. What even is that? It's not very NBA worthy. Got a foul off the ball, I think. 107-71. Bogdanovic, deep 3. Off to the left. Collected by Tosin, who will use the Timmy screen. He'll attack Simmons. And then think twice. Hand it to Wilson, who will attack. Pass to the corner for Watford. We feed it out to the open side, and Martin doesn't even hit the rim. Watford gets the offensive board. He blows the layup and then gets the tip in. So 34-point game. Bogdanovic. It's all it's not for much. These buckets were just left Batum open again. He misses. Low pressure environment. Apparently he's a little bit more switched off and relaxed. Wilson attacks. Foul. Got it. So down to a 32-point game. Wilson will head to the line for a free throw. Oh, we've missed a free throw again. No surprises there. Can we crack the ton? Who the hell is this guy in? I've never seen this guy in my life. And yet we have brought him on. He's got cornrows. That's all I know. That's a skillful move by Bogdanovic. Watford. Driving kick out. There's an open 3 ball. Who the hell is this? Tyson Etienne. Who the hell is that? He's got a 3-ball, though. So I guess that helps. Jones hangs. Blocked by Timmy. Good defense. Can get it to under 30 now. Hold on. Comeback incoming. Wilson is blocked but fouled by Bogdanovic. More free throws. Here come the Nets. They're going to bring it down to a 15-point game. Not that it'll matter for much. But free throws for Wilson again. He's actually had a lot of free throws today. He always shows up in these LA Clipper blowouts. Drew Eubanks is in for some bench minutes. Wilson, perfect on both. Back down to 29. Oh my God, they nearly just... They were fucking around with it in the backcourt. Nearly got stolen, but they just hit a 3. Bogey. Wilson attacks again. Spin move. Oh, wow. Oh. Derek Jones got absolutely sent to the shops. Wilson not good enough to make the little push shot. Bogdanovic behind the back. Eubanks fumbles it in the post. Oh my God. Nearly had it stolen away. Etienne. Guarded by Simmons. Out to Watford. Behind the back. Kick out. Wilson has an open corner pop. Mate. The 3-ball has just absolutely fallen off a steep cliff. Coffee can't draw the foul. There's a leak out. And it is Etienne who will drive, pump fake, and a nice little 2-pointer. And we're going to get a timeout. At the 7:53 mark of this fourth quarter, we've actually, I think, outscored them in the quarter by 6. So I guess it's been a good showing in this fourth quarter, but when you get outscored by 37 in the middle too, it is not going to be a great day. Let's just say that. I've been changing the exposure so many goddamn times in this freaking game. It just looks weird. Looks more like choppy laggy. So all right. So the lead is 30. What I found is the 3-point shooting just needs to be binned off by a lot of these players who just cannot make them. Around the grounds, these are important fixtures. Hornets down on the Raptors. That's good for us. The Warriors are beating the Pels. Not good for us. The Knicks beating Milwaukee, but only narrowly. So that's interesting. But of course, we're doing what we are in control of. And that is, of course, losing the games that you're in control of. However, it's probably not preferable you lose by 30 plus. Alrighty. Alrighty. So, 30-point game, little under 8 minutes to play in this match. Put me out of my misery. Man, I have to say, though, upon reflection, I said it as it was happening, and I will say it again. I have not seen a more impressive individual performance from a player when it comes to Kawhi Leonard's performance today. Very, very impressive. The benches are almost completely emptied. Kobe Brown is out there for the Clippers. Max Lewis is on the floor for Brooklyn. I guess we get to see what these players that have barely gotten any time in the NBA, what they've got to offer in a game like this. Etienne, Max Lewis, Drew Tim. Good to see. Foul off the ball. Tosin is a sore boy. He got clipped on the backdoor cut. And he's trying to run it off. God, that was like a double knee hit. So 7:30 to play. Ball triggered into Timmy. Etienne. Corner for Tosin. Bro, this is like a G League squad I'm watching right now. Timmy is going to lose the ball going up. And it's... I mean, what the fuck's the point of the Nets having the ball? There's 0.1 seconds on the clock. Lob it up. And we've just... What the hell? Oh my god, they called a foul with 0.1 on the clock. Off the inbounds play. Oh my god. That is so stupid. There's just absolutely no way he's committed that. And we've just gotten free throws out of that too. That's mental. So 7:16 to play. The Nets have outscored the Clippers in this quarter. Of course, it's just... It doesn't really matter for much at all, if at all. Play the Wizards tomorrow, so not sure if I'll be doing that game. I obviously will do a community post as I usually do. But man, there's a real lack of energy right now. So may not do that game, may do it. Then again, there will be an 8-day break at some point. I think it's like to start April. Bogdanovic too long. Nets are going to accelerate here. Etienne takes it to the cup. Doesn't get it to go. Wilson tried to tap it on to a teammate, but was unsuccessful. Bogdanovic wants to run some clock down. Attacks Wilson, lost the ball. Etienne comes over to help, but then opened up numbers on the other side as they held on to it. And it will be Clipper ball. Deflection out of play here. Patty Mills is coming in for the Clips. All right, so 6:40 to play. Patty is into the ball game. Got that vet experience. Coffee is fouled. More goddamn free throws. So Coffee at the free throw line makes the first one. One more for Coffee. He got it. And it's a 31-point game. Far out. This bench is fucked. Or what we are fielding right now is maybe the worst lineup I've seen ever. Etienne misses the three. We've got Etienne, Tosin, Drew Tim, Reese Beekman, and Max Lewis. This is like when Jalen Wilson isn't a part of the shit group, that's when you know it's bad. We've got another fucking foul on the floor. Eubanks draws it. Mismatch under the hoop. Beekman is the man responsible. 6:15 to play here. Will be Ben inbounding from the side. That's another foul. Etienne just ran into the stopping Patty Mills, and we are now in the bonus for both teams, which means these will be the longest 6 minutes of my life. Goodness me. When Tyrese Martin's not a part of the bench group, that's when you know it's fucked. So Patty makes a free throw. One more free throw. That is also good for Patty. Very good free throw shooter over the course of his career. 6:10 to play in the fourth. Leads 33. Beekman lost the ball. How many fucking stoppages are we going to have? We are finally at the halfway point of this damn fourth quarter, but it has gone for way, way too long. So more free throws for Beekman. I thought it was actually out of bounds off a player. Beekman makes 2 of 2. Mills guarded by Etienne in the backcourt. Can we please not foul, lads? This Etienne guard looks pretty good, though. It looks very, pacey. 3 for Brown. It's back rim. Good board by Lewis, who didn't get any run until, now. Blows the layup. Board by Bogdanovic. Flings it forward. Brown moves through. Oh my fucking God. How many fouls are you going to call, bruz? So many fouls in this goddamn game. It's always these freaking third stringers that decide to be completely rash. Free throws off. Amazingly enough, the Nets may actually crack 100 points, which is quite funny. Because they didn't look like they were going to come within 15 points of that total. But here are the Nets now with the ball after the Clippers split the pair. That is a steal. Coffee gets in the path of the ball. Bogdanovic. Little over 5 minutes left now. Coffee left alone, sets the feet, 3-ball splash. I mean, these are proper rotational players for the Clippers getting time here. That's how deep their roster is. Lewis attacks. Step back 2, nice. So 5 minutes, less than that now. Over the shoulder pass to Coffee. He'll fire away again. Nope. Timmy the board. Tosin. Corner tray for Beekman. Nope. And it's, I think, a double tip. And Timmy does well. Wow, Drew Timmy got a double-double. I mean, getting a fair bit of run here, but you love to see it. he was a bit of a double-double machine in the G League, so some things don't change, I guess. Wilson, the spin, plants the pivot foot, bounces it out to Etienne. He's got to heave it up. And that is just bullshit. What the fuck are you doing, J-Dub? Brother is just like throwing grenades to teammates, like as they're about to blow up. 4:06 to play now in this fourth quarter now. Eubanks guarded on the outside. They loop it up to Coffee. Eubanks, the roll down the middle. Lost the ball going up. Wilson with the steal. It's a 4-on-2 break. There's trailers. He gives it to Lewis, who will go up the guts. And he lost the ball, but he was fouled. 3:45 to play now. 2 more free throws will ensue for Max Lewis. Around the grounds, it looks like the Raptors got up. Wow, the Pistons beat the Cavaliers. That's a good win by them. Lewis's free throw rattles out. The Warriors-Pels game is the one that's going to be very interesting to me. Pels-Warriors. Pels are hanging around, so that'll be a very interesting watch for the next quarter or so. 2 free throws by Lewis, not with luck on his side. Drew Timmy, 11 points, 4 of 6, 10 rebounds, 24 minutes. Plus 36 numbers. Yeah, the per 36 numbers would be very interesting. Here's Beekman. Good little pump fake. He's going to go at the taller defender. We have more fouls. Every 20 fucking seconds there is a foul. Goodness me. So Beekman to shoot 2 more. Lead is 32. And Timmy is going to head off. There is going to be a timeout. 3:20 to play. They're going to give these guys a breather for probably the last time before this game winds up. It has been largely decided for a large period of time now in this game. But, yeah, it's been pretty tough going. It's been pretty tough to watch. Really tough to watch the last hour or so. Alrighty. So yeah, 3:20 to play. Gee, this has been tough. Real tough. Alrighty. Man, I don't know why this timeout is taking so goddamn long. Alrighty. Man, I guess we've made the scoreboard look a little bit more respectable in the sense that we've actually put up like an NBA scoreline. but man, it definitely probably is the same vibe as the first game we played. Such a shame that we've started both games well and ended up losing by a combined 100 points this season against the Clippers. I mean, thank God we don't have to play them another 2 times as a part of the season series. Beekman makes both. And so 3:20 to play now. Game's winding down. The bench has been in for quite some time. I don't know who our small ball 5 is right now. Looks like Wilson's playing it. Eubanks. Good cut by Brown. He blew the dunk. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, hang on. We got a stoppage. I thought it was actually another goddamn foul, but it's not. Thank God for that. So 3 minutes to go before the suffering ends. Wilson, the attack. Layup. Nope. Gets his own miss. He's going to roll it back out into some open space. 5 to shoot, though. He's got to put one up. He attacks again. Good persistence, but isn't able to get the bounce. Bogdanovic the board. Coffee will attack. Lost the ball going up. Beekman with the clean strip. And he will go himself. Extra. Corner 3 for Lewis. Knocks it down. So 120-92. Little over 2 minutes to play. 7-0 run for the Nets, funnily enough. I mean, that's probably the only run we've been on today. Mills. Response. Yup. Man, the Clippers are shooting at about 50%. That's fucking crazy. There's just another foul. Stop fucking calling these. There's no foul there. He's just lost the ball. So Beekman with 2 more. Beekman has actually had 6 free throws in the last 5 minutes, which is sort of crazy considering the low volume we had him in this early. I mean, it's garbage time, but still. Mills. Oh my God. Fall away 3 goes in. Wouldn't mind him back at the ball club, not going to lie. But obviously he's going for rings this late in his career. Wilson, back to Beekman. Kick out to Tosin. Extra to Etienne. Nope. Lewis does well to recycle. We'll get another look from the outside. And we hit another 3. So, Mills, is he going to try another one? Step back 3. Yes! Oh my God, Paddy. I mean, I figure he's probably been on the bench for 3 weeks, so he's got all this energy waiting to let it out on the court. Lewis, sorry, that's Etienne. He's got the 3 ball. It's just a bit of a shootout here in this 4th quarter. 129-100 the score now. Got 31 points here in this 4th quarter, which is quite funny, given our bench has been out there for the whole 4th quarter. Bogey picks up his dribble. They're looking for Patty Mills again. Oh, he's going to do a contested 3 ball. He got fouled. "41 seconds left, and Patty is causing issues. He's going to enter double figures. That is pretty fucking crazy. 3 threes in a row. Oh my God, why would you do that? Such a dumb foul as well. Mate, 40 seconds left before you can go home to your family and you're committing these fouls. Save yourself the pain, lads. Paddy's got 12 in 6 minutes. Wow. showing you still got it, I guess. Always was like bound to have one of these games every like 9 or 10 games when he was in a Nets uniform. All right, 130 to 100. Final 40 seconds. We can finally end our suffering in just a few short moments. Lewis attacks. Tosin, another three. Nope. And the Clippers will probably dribble the clock out. And thank fuck for that, because man, oh man, I cannot be arsed. We've outscored them 31-27 in the quarter, which, I mean, credit to us for like not completely throwing in the towel in the fourth quarter, but that is going to do it. We lose by 32 goddamn points. And, man, those middle two quarters were very tough to watch. We got outscored by 37 points. In a game you lose by 32, that's pretty fucking mental. Kawhi got 31 in 26 minutes. And that was the main success point. Zubac had 21 and 10. Harden had 17. They played with efficiency. And Patty had 14 in 6 minutes. But the Nets really didn't get much out of their veterans. Cam Johnson only the 11 and 6. Clax the 6 points. D'Lo 5 on 2 of 7. And Keon Johnson, amazingly enough, was our high man in the whole game with 13 goddamn points. Our bench got involved, I guess, in the back end of the game. Good to see them getting a bit of run. Drew Timmy had 11 and 10 in his first game in 24 minutes, 4 of 6 from the floor. And yeah, there was a fair bit of a youth movement today, but the Clippers just like showing why they're, you know, superior and why they entered this game with a much larger ceiling than us. I mean, they made 11 extra shots, 19 of 37 from deep, so they were above 50% from 3. We hit 5 of our first 7 and then went 9 of 40 from then on. Very reminiscent of what we did the other day when we lost by 30. And they also outdid us on free throws when it actually mattered. We evened it up. We had 26 free throws in the end, but it doesn't really count for much when you're down by 30 goddamn points and you're getting smoked with the 3 ball. So overall, pretty well-rounded contribution for the Clippers today. They win very convincingly and flexed their muscles. We were severely outclassed. Not really surprising, but you have to try flip it into a positive outlook and say, well, every loss counts towards a decent talent entering the organization next season. So hopefully that will provide some clearer skies in the future. But we're going to wrap it up here. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Not sure if we're doing tomorrow's game or the game after, but there is a game tomorrow. So if you really want to put yourself through the pain, you're more than welcome to do that. But until then, or until the next time I see you, have a good one. We'll chat to you soon. Bye for now.